Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Business Nigeria, Thursday's edition. These are the top stories we're tracking for you at this time. Foreign Affairs Ministry urges more investment in agriculture as U.S. Federal Reserve leaves interest rates unchanged. Asian shares track Wall Street higher as investors assess a Fed's outlook. Well, today on commodities market, let's start. Gold hits an all-time high this morning as the U.S. Federal Reserve signals 2 possible interest rate cuts this year, adding to the bullion's appeal amidst ongoing geopolitical and economic tension. Now, spot gold held above $3,048.50 after hitting a record high of beyond $3,057 earlier in the session. Pretty good, positive 0.24% this afternoon. Silver is $34.17, copper $511.80, platinum is $993.12. Looking pretty good. It's a mixed bag with regards to the percentage points, but for platinum is down 0.45%, copper is positive 0.35%, and silver is down 0.10%. The geopolitical issues and, of course, the tariff issues not doing pretty badly with commodities market. Let's see what corn, wheat, cocoa, and cotton is doing, how they are faring in the market this afternoon. We see corn is down 0.38%, and it's $463.75 for a ton. Wheat is $562.50 a ton. Cocoa, $8,121 for a ton. Cotton, $66.74. Well, let's take you to the global markets now. Asian shares track Wall Street higher as investors assess Fed's outlook. Asian shares edged up today after a Wall Street rally as investors' sentiment was lifted by the prospect that the Federal Reserve could still deliver 2 rate cuts this year, though the gains were limited by a pullback in Chinese equities. Australian shares, let's start with, it's up 1%, while U.S. futures is also extended their rally after a cash session ended on a high. Nasdaq futures is also doing with an uptick of 0.62%. That's doing pretty well there in green. And the S&P 500 is also staying in green, 0.46%. And but stocks in Europe look set to open lower. With Eurostock 50 features, there you start to see the stocks bleeding there from Eurostock 50 is down 0.07%. FTSE features is also down 0.15%. Trading was stained with Japan's market closed for a holiday, though Nikkei features edged up 0.3%. However, the buoyant mood failed to drive a broader rally across Asia, with MSCI's broadest index also positive 0.2%. Well, that was due to the slide in Chinese equities, with benchmark indexes in mainland China and Hong Kong falling apart in some of those losses. The CSI 300 blue chip is also in red. It's 0.63% lower, while the Shanghai Composite Index is 0.3% lower. Now, the Hong Kong Hang Seng also fell roughly for 1.5%. That's pretty significant in the market today. Crude oil prices rise on strong demand outlook and boosted by a strong outlook for demand in the United States after fuel inventories fell more than expected and a weaker U.S. dollar. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to $67.68 per barrel with an upward price review of 0.77%. Brent crude futures also experienced an upward price margin of 0.72%. Pretty here, and it's green, $71.29 per barrel. Bonnie Light sells for $78.62 and is down 2.84%. For the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers offer $72.98 per barrel with an uptick of 0.59%. Well, we'll look at inflation rate as we get to our second conversation today. But first, let's start with